Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel, and I've got 3 stories for you in this latest Moon Lambo hot jam. And I'll start with this one from Crypto Newsflash. Ripple acquires 40% stake in Asian remittance company Tranglo to expand on-demand liquidity. And so in case that isn't clear enough, Ripple is purchasing a huge percentage of a company for the core purpose of ensuring the long-term viability and adoption of XRP specifically, because on-demand liquidity requires the usage of XRP. Also, you know what else is happening today? And this is big news. I've been talking about this on the channel for I don't even know how long at this point. Sologenic, which is a new entity that was created by cryptocurrency exchange Coinfield. Sologenic is launching today, March 31st. This is important for XRP holders. Sologenic, in case you are not in the know, don't worry, I'll catch you all up, but it's a decentralized exchange built on top of the XRP ledger, which is good for the digital asset XRP. And also, there's a very popular individual, well known in the world of crypto, hundreds of thousands of followers all up on the Twitters. And he has publicly stated that he believes that Coinbase, cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase, is going bankrupt. I was like, whoa, when I saw that. There were multiple tweets on it, and it gets even more interesting because it got a ton of traction, and then, without retracting anything, he just deleted them. But I screen grabbed the tweets, and I have the tweets for you. I will be sharing them with you in this hot jam on the Moon Lambo channel. Now, before going further, though, I do want to be clear. I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who makes YouTube videos purely as a hobby. It's a very fun hobby on the topics of XRP and Ripple and crypto in general. That is indeed all that it is. So into this first piece from Crypto Newsflash, Ripple buying a huge stake in a remittance firm for the sole purpose, ultimately, at the core of it at least, to expand the adoption and reach of XRP. Ripple Labs made public today that it has agreed to acquire 40% of leading Asian cross-border payment specialist Tranglo. The partnership aims to, quote, meet growing customer demand in the region, end quote, and also, quote, expand the reach of on-demand liquidity, end quote, which is based on XRP. Yeah, absolutely, XRP is required for on-demand liquidity because without XRP, there is no liquidity, right? So Tranglo is considered a pioneer in Southeast Asia with its cross-border payments platform for business payments, foreign remittances, and mobile payment solutions. Founded in 2008, the company has offices in Kuala Lumpur, Singapore, Jakarta, Dubai, and London, with a global network spanning more than 100 countries, 2,500 mobile operators, 1,300 banks/wallets, and 130,000 cash collection points. As Ripple explained, Tranglo is expected to, quote, play a critical role in supporting existing corridors, such as the Philippines, and launching new on-demand liquidity corridors within the current network, end quote. And so look, despite what's happening with the SEC going after Ripple, it's still business as usual outside of that for Ripple, just changing. Actually, let me say it like this. Fixing the train wreck that is the world of global cross-border payments and settlement. They are fixing that particular train wreck. And again, XRP is at the core of all of this. And so it does require manually setting up the rails so that the train can run effectively. And so there's a reason that they've started with specific corridors like the United States to Mexico, the United States to the Philippines. They've actually cited them as quote, low-hanging fruit because, frankly, there's not going to be as much friction to jump into something like that because you're solving huge problems for people that are operating within that corridor. Huge problems. And the corridors are just that inefficient. They're that costly. And there's so many people, it's just ripe for the picking effectively. And so this is the type of activity that should be exciting to any XRP holder if you care about utility. And I frankly do care about utility. I think it functionally matters, even though not enough people appreciate it today. In terms of long-term viability, either there's adoption, meaning there's utility, or a cryptocurrency it doesn't have utility. It's just going to go extinct. It's going to go the way of the dodo, my favorite extinct avian creature. There's no question about it, in my humble opinion. Now, as far as Sologenic, here's the tweet from March 29th, 2 days ago. The Sologenic decentralized exchange is only 2 days away. Oh, wait a minute. That means it's today now. The decentralized exchange enables users to securely trade cryptocurrencies, including XRP, Solo, and upcoming tokenized assets 24/7. And so check this out. Here's Bob Ross. He is a founder of Sologenic and CEO at Coinfield, which is what ran this whole program here. So he's at the top of this whole thing. He tagged Elon Musk, and he wrote, "Hey Elon, you may be interested to know that in a few months, people around the world can access and trade 40,000 plus stocks from 30 global stock exchanges with any cryptocurrencies. Trading tokenized Tesla in a fraction is a win-win." And so what they're trying to do is advance this world that is increasingly liquid, where you can get in and out of assets. And so that does require the tokenization of pretty much everything under the sun, anything you'd want to buy or sell effectively. All right. And there, of course, could be certain instances where it doesn't make sense. I used to joke, like, I'm not going to tokenize my pet peeve, which my pet peeve, she is a 6-year-old terrier mix. She's a dog. So I'm not going to tokenize my pet peeve. Of course, I say that, and then like a week later, I found out that people are tokenizing horses. I kid you not. Well, there's a legit reason though. They're tokenizing horses because there's different ownership in them, like race horses, and so from a business perspective, that can make sense. But I'm just saying, you don't literally want to tokenize everything. But in terms of like stocks, this and that, well, it's fine. They're already like quote unquote digital. But if you have tokenized versions that run on blockchains, that increases efficiency, and you can increase trading to, instead of just being during business hours, it can be 24/7. It'll all be at a fraction of the cost. So even if for no other reason just than that, well, yeah, of course this makes all the sense in the world. And so Sologenic, which is itself a decentralized exchange, it's built on top of the XRP ledger. The XRP ledger has a decentralized exchange also built into it, and so this is why it's key. The decentralized exchange built into the XRP ledger is where you can issue all of these assets. So everything would effectively be issued on the XRP ledger, and then you have Sologenic, so it has a graphical interface, all of this and that's built on top of that makes it user-friendly. So that's where the interoperability comes in. But as far as the issuance of the assets, I mean, Bob Ross here is talking about tokenizing Tesla and putting it on the XRP ledger. That is what he's talking about right here. And so this can be good for XRP holders for a couple of reasons. First of all, if you're talking about utilizing the XRP ledger for this, well, XRP is native to the XRP ledger, so in terms of settlement, that can be super duper easy, cross-border payments, so there's usage right there. And it's also my understanding that if you're going to issue an asset on the XRP ledger within the decentralized exchange, that does require putting some XRP in reserve, and I don't remember what the amount was, but I do believe that's the case also. So that affects supply and demand. That's real world utility. And so then you can think, on top of that, if people see that a particular blockchain, in this case the XRP blockchain, is being used and XRP is also being used, as people continue to diversify and jump into crypto, they might think, well, if the XRP ledger and XRP are functionally being used, might they not go away? Might they not go extinct like Moon Lambo's favorite avian creature, the dodo? And if they believe that, might they go ahead and diversify into XRP itself as a store of value, or thinking that it might be worth more in the future? Both of those reasons, right? And so that's a big part of the way I look at it. And so I believe that any cryptocurrency that solves a problem and is going to be here for the long haul, in addition to whatever use case it's solving, it will also become a store of value. That's what I believe. And so it'll be interesting to see how this all unfolds. Now, here's Sologenic's website. It's way in the AM right now, so according to their website, their decentralized exchange hasn't launched, but they said it's launching today. So I assume if I come back later today, instead of saying coming soon, it shall be up. And you can check if you want to. It's sologenic.com. And so anyway, the importance of this should not be underestimated. This is a big deal. Again, if utility actually matters, long-term viability of XRP, if it matters to you, if this takes hold, this is a big freaking deal. And so they've got to make it happen. It could crash and burn for all I know, but if this actually works, that would be something. All right, now into this. So there was a few tweets from Peter Brandt. One of them I retweeted. Peter Brandt is the individual that just the other day, 2 days ago, he stated that he believes Coinbase, cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase, is going bankrupt. Now, to be clear, I'm not convinced that it is going to go bankrupt. I am not making that claim. And so I'm surprised Peter did this, because if he doesn't have any evidence, like, I'm wondering if he could potentially be harming their brand, or like, I don't know if there's any sort of potential legal concerns, this or that. Maybe there are. I don't know. Maybe that's why he deleted this stuff after he realized something like that. But I'm going to share it with you, and I'm also going to explain, like, I don't share the concern that he has, because, and I'm not saying even that he's wrong. I'm saying I haven't been persuaded, because I need some serious evidence for this. And so anyway, the tweet that I retweeted of his, he deleted. As you can see right here, this tweet is unavailable. And this is his official account. So what I'm about to show you, he tweeted out to 452,000 followers. So if I'm Coinbase, I've got a little bone to pick with Mr. Brandt here. Just saying, I would be none too pleased. None too pleased. And so here's what I wrote, and then I'm going to show you the tweet. So I retweeted his now deleted tweet, and I wrote the following. Serious question. If Coinbase is about to go bankrupt, why would they file an initial public offering? When a company does that, they have to bear all. If they're in dire straits and want to hide it, the last thing they do is file for an IPO. Is it perhaps more likely they just underperform? Which would be my guess. And so after I realized that he deleted this tweet, I responded to my own tweet, and I wrote, he deleted his tweets on this, but here are the screen grabs. And so here's the first one. This is the one that I retweeted that he deleted. As a trader since 1975 of futures and FX, I've been involved in 3 bankruptcies of brokerage firms. And then he cites them in parentheses. I've learned the clues of these bankruptcies. Coinbase displays all the signs of a bankruptcy to happen. Get your money and coins out now before it's too late. He also wrote, signs of trouble ahead in the case of failed brokerage firms have been as follows. 1. Trouble getting money withdrawn. 2. Slow response in responding to inquiries. 3. Impossible to reach people by phone. And then he writes, I may be wrong. This is only my opinion, but you be the judge. Well, I read that and I'm just like, he described pretty much every cryptocurrency exchange on the planet, right? Like, right? I mean, they're not all, like as far as getting money out. I personally haven't had any bad experiences because I haven't converted any of my crypto back to USD, so I can't really speak personally to that. And I've been here over 3 years in the space. I still haven't because I'm just very patient. But you guys would have to speak. If you guys have been having trouble getting money out of Coinbase, I am interested in that, so drop some comments below. But as far as the other points here, slow response and responding to inquiries, that's every exchange I've ever used pretty much, right? And then 3, impossible to reach people by phone, same. So I don't know, I'm not completely sold. And then I think there's one more tweet too. Here we go. Yeah, and so this is a screen grab actually from a guy named Mike Dudas, who has a huge following also. And so one of these I didn't get to screen grab before he deleted it. And it reads as follows. It's this bottom one right here. Peter Brandt also wrote, there is going to be a run on withdrawals from Coinbase in the days ahead. Just watch. You will be getting the stall treatment, non-responsive requests, and limits on withdrawals. These are the signs of trouble ahead. And so look, if he's right, then credit to him for sounding the alarm. But I don't know, like, why am I supposed to just take him at his word on that? Like, why? Like, if that's the case, I want to know it if it's true, but I don't know how that's supposed to be sufficient to persuade me to believe that it is. And then on top of that, so like I kind of cited in my tweet also, if they're seriously about to go bankrupt, they are freaking idiots to file an IPO because you bear all, like everything, your entire financial situation. It's all bared out in the public to any potential investors and to the Securities and Exchange Commission in the United States. So you're going to show the SEC that you're about to go bankrupt. Are you going to do that? I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced of any of this. It's just so interesting that somebody so prominent made such bold claims here, especially without anything to back it up. I mean, it's just his opinion. So like he sees signs, but he sees signs that from my perspective, they apply to like most exchanges. So I don't know. It was interesting. I thought at least I'll bring it up so you guys can make your own decision here. But that's the way that it struck me. And so again, if he's, I'll tell you what, if Coinbase actually goes belly up, then hey, I'll be like, hey, Peter Brandt called it. Props to him. But I don't know how that's supposed to persuade me. You know, I want to believe whatever's true. That's not enough. That is just not enough for me. So you guys let me know what you think below, and let me know what your experiences have been and if you have the same concerns as Peter. But again, he put all these tweets out and then he just deleted them all. So I don't know. I guess that says something. I'm not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.